I've reached 100 subscribers! So to celebrate, I'm going to be doing a bookshelf tour. This is the only bookshelf I have. It's full, but it's not too many books. Not like some people. But I figure, you guys probably want to see my shelves and see what's up there and down here since you never see them because it's just these two shelves here that you always see. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here's like a general overview of all the shelves. This is obviously the shelf you see, and this shelf you see in every video. And then I have one more shelf down here. Sorry about that. Okay, so first we're going to start with this shelf. So first of all, I have Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator by Roald Dahl. I read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think I got it from the library. And my parents got me this for Christmas since I had never finished it from the library. And I don't think I've ever actually finished the book. But I liked the first one, so maybe someday I'll get to it. And then next I have Kirsten's short story collection by, I forget who it's by. Hold on. It's by Janet Shaw. And it's the American Girl Kirsten. She was my favorite. Never actually got a doll, but I loved reading her books, and I think I read all of them. Then I have my Lord of the Rings collection by J.R.R. Tolkien. The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. I'm not going to take them out because it's in a box set, and they're kind of hard to get back in. I've read the first one, and I have never continued, and I don't know if I ever will or not. But we'll see. Next I have Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. As you can see, I got that far into it. And I do want to finish it someday, but I just kind of put it down because there's a lot of other stuff I want to read. And then next I have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This was the bookmark, the first attempt I had of reading this. I got about a third of the way through, gave up, and then I had to read it for school, so I read it on my Kindle, and I did finish it. So yeah, I should probably take that bookmark out. Then I have Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Not read this, but maybe I will someday. And then I have Heroes, Gods, and Monsters of the Greek Myths by Bernard Evslin. And I read this for school for my sophomore English class. It's just a collection of mythology stories, and I really liked it. So I bought myself a copy. And then I have Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. This was the second one I read of hers. I read, and then there were none for school, and I loved it. So my mom bought me this for my birthday, and I read it. And as you can see, the spine has been cracked because I'm pretty sure I read it, and then I lent it out to a bunch of friends, and just over time the spine cracked. And that was, to tell you the truth, I don't really care so much about cracked spines. It makes it look like it's been well read and everything. And then I have Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. I read this for school back in 7th grade, and I didn't finish it, as you can see. I just never took the bookmark out. And then I have The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. I have not read this. I haven't even read Tom Sawyer, so I don't know if I'll ever read this or not. And then I have my Chronicles of Narnia. Prince Caspian is supposed to be here. My sister is borrowing it, so it's not here. I have The Magician's Nephew, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Horse and His Boy, of course Prince Caspian, which is supposed to go here, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, The Silver Chair, can't really see it, and The Last Battle. And then up here I have my Kindle. You can see it's sleeping. And then I have A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. And this has been made into a musical, and my high school actually did the musical last year, and I was in it, and it was so much fun, and I never actually finished the book. I started to read it, and I just never finished it. Don't know why. And then The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I read this for school, too, and I didn't really like it. I seem to remember not liking it. And then I have my Dear America books, Anastasia, The Last Grand Duchess. It's about Anastasia. You know who Anastasia is, I hope you do. And then I have A Line in the Sand, The Alamo Diary of Lucinda Lawrence from 1836. This is set during the Battle of the Alamo and stuff like that. Then I have Dreams in the Golden Country, Diary of Zipporah Feldman, a Jewish immigrant girl, 1903. Obviously about an immigrant in New York City. And then I have Voyage on the Great Titanic, Diary of Margaret Ann Brady, and this is obviously set on the Titanic. This was my favorite one that I read. It was really good. And it sparked my obsession with Titanic for a while. So, that was my first shelf. Now moving on to the next shelf. Okay, this is my... I don't know exactly how to describe it. My shelves aren't really in a very good order. I just kind of keep them separated by series, obviously. So this is like my Uglies and Mortal Instruments and other randomness. I have not read every single book on this shelf. So up here I have Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. It's one of my favorite books so far this year. It was so good. And then I have Beautiful Creatures by Kami Garcia and Margaret Stohl. I'm sure you all know what this one's about. Another really, really good book. I have the other two on my Kindle, so I don't have them to show you. And then I have The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. I'm sure you guys have all heard of this one. I read it. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like amazing like everyone else, but it was just because it was so long and there were parts that kind of were really slow and everything. So yeah. But overall it was good. And then I have the Uglies series by Scott Westerfeld. Uglies. I'm not going to be able to take these out. Uglies, Pretties, Specials, and Extras. I've read Uglies, Pretties, and Specials. I've not read Extras yet, but I don't know when I ever will because I don't really have any interest in it. So then I have Mortal Instruments and Infernal Devices, my Cassandra Clare books. I have City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, and then I have Clockwork Angel and Clockwork Prince. I've not read Clockwork Prince yet, but I've read the rest of them. I read City of Bones back in January. I didn't really like it all that much, but I decided to continue on to City of Ashes because I was told it got better, and it did, and I was so happy. And now I really do like the series. I even saw City of Bones movie, and I really liked it. So maybe I'll reread this someday and see how much I like it now. And up here I have Eve by Anna Carey. I read this a few months ago. It was okay. I don't know if I'll read the second one or not. Then I have Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. Really good. Then I have the Delirium trilogy, which is Delirium, Pandemonium, and Requiem. And then I have the companion, the Delirium stories, which is 3 short stories set in the world. And then I have Cinder by Marissa Meyer, first book in the Lunar Chronicles. And then I have Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, second book in the Lunar Chronicles. And I have Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Very good book, too. And then down here I have The Fifth Wave and Daughter of Smoke and Bone. And as you well know, didn't really like either one of these that much. So, yeah.